How you doing? So Gladiator needs a buff. So the fact that he is a summoner's choice, he needs a major buff. I can give one very good reason for Kabam to buff Gladiator for them. For Kabam. So number one is, let's say they had a choice to pick 6-star Hercules or 7-star Gladiator. Imagine as a summoner's choice, picking 6-star Hercules over 7-star Gladiator, that is just terrible marketing for Kabam. That's what that was probably the biggest reason why they should buff Gladiator, and they should give him a major buff. And that would be good marketing for them. And it just seems pretty obvious that it is, you know. And for the community, why is it good for the community that he gets a buff? Obviously, the community will be happy and they get to play with the champion they vote for. So, yeah, I think that's pretty obvious. So, what kind of buff should he get? So, if he get like a tiny buff, I would be okay with it. So let's give him just a fairly simple buff that will make him, like, I would say top 10 best champion in the top 10 best cosmic champion in the game. So when it comes to his confidence limit, let's look at his confidence limit. It says right here, confidence buff limit. You see that? It says 24. They should increase it to 30. Confidence buff limit should be 30. So why is that so important other than increasing his strength? Well, as you can see here, it says that the limit is 24. He gains utility when he has a limit of 24, when he gets a 24 confidence buff. So what is that? So where is it at? It does call ultra confidence when he reaches 24 confidence buff. Personal unstoppable buffs are paused during the opponent's special attack. While this is paused, activated Gladiator is immune to the opponent's stun effects. While attacking the opponent while striking distance during or immediate after their special attacks, incoming damage from hits is reduced by 80% and basic attack deals bursts of X amount of physical damage. So he gains that utility when he hits 24. But the problem is, when he has, what happened is, let me see if it's here or not. Let's see, not here. So let's go back. So when struck by any attack other than the final hit of a special attack, he gets removed 1 confidence buff. So you pretty much have to play pretty, like I would say, perfectly with Gladiator. If you don't, you will lose that utility that he has. So if he has like 30, a minimum of confidence 30 limit buff, and that you only lose that utility at 24, he can make some mistake and still have that utility with Gladiator. So another thing is, as you can see, it says confidence buff limit at 24. It should be a confidence limit of 30. Not only that, you should have a max stack of confidence buff of 50. Now, how do you do that? So right here, when it comes to special 3, he gains confidence limit of 4, so that makes it 34 with the buff concept. Not only that, when it comes to his signature ability, instead of max stack of 8, it'll be a max stack of 16. So they built Gladiator as a ramp up champion like Hercules. So it just makes sense for him to, to get stronger the more he fights. So max stack of 16 is not really that bad. That's practically 4 fights if you have him at max sig, and you could finish above 50% health or 50% health. So that's not like such a bad thing, and he'll be a pretty good incursion champion. If another thing, it's a buff concept is right here, which doesn't really make sense to me. Where is it at? He should be immune to Fate Seal and Stagger, as well as Nullify on his base kit. They should be immune to Nullify, Fate Seal, and Stagger on his base kit. So that's gonna be make him really good for incursion. And I think for him, when it comes to Hercules, Heimdall, and Gladiator's buff concept, they're gonna be really good for incursion with that buff concept. Increase confidence limit to 30, max stack of 50, make him immune to nullify, face heal, and stagger. I mean, Gladiator can handle Mystic champions as well as Node that has nullify, face heal, and stagger, and Hercules can do the rest. So that will make that a really good team, and that will make people really happy. Imagine two summoners choice they get to play in incursions. That would be so amazing, dude. That's just such a great marketing for Kabam. You know, it's a simple buff like that they can do to make him a really good champion. You know, I don't see why Kabam can't do that. That's a very simple champion to have. It's not gonna break the game. I wouldn't even make him like. That's not gonna not make him, you know, better than Hercules. I think most people would agree with that buff concept that I just said. You know, increase his confidence limit to 30, with the max confidence buff of 50, make him immune to nullify, face heal, and stagger. I think that will make him good champion. Probably I would say top 10, around the top 10 cosmic champion for sure. And you know, not gonna break the game, not gonna be as good as Hercules. I think a lot of people would agree with that. So that's it. That's my buff concept of Gladiator. A simple buff like that. I could certainly make him like a really, really better buff than that. Certainly. And I'll probably make another like buff concept of Gladiator to make him the best champion in MCOC, as well as a broken buff concept. But really right now, just a simple buff like that, I would be pretty happy with Gladiator's if he had a buff like that. Thank you.